It's our local market day. Let's shop what's in season right now. There are local eggs, just picked greens, carrots that have muddy roots, crisp apples. This is by far my absolute favourite way to fill our fridge. We've got excellent meat from people who can tell you how it was raised, and also fresh fish on ice. It's simple, honest, and it's traceable. There are plenty of imported treats available too. Look at these mangoes, absolute beauties. If you're going to go off season, make it worth your time. This is Salisbury Market. I do my weekly shop here. It has a great selection of local produce as well as international food and treats imported by small independent businesses. On Saturdays, you can also wander through the vintage fashion rails and do a little digging for collector's vinyls. And pick up a selection of natural dog treats for your furry best friend. Goodies secured, it's time to head home and show you what I've got.
Starting very strong, we have got seasonal British corn. I'm obsessed with corn at the moment. I love it when it's in season, and it makes a huge difference when you cook the corn in its husks, so in the greens that it comes in, because the taste just intensifies. I always get seasonal corn. Then we have got locally baked sourdough, and I've already tucked into this because I was starving when I came home from the market, so I made myself a quick sandwich. And oh, this is white sourdough. It's one of my favorites, and it's something that I pick up every week. To go with my sourdough this week, I actually really fancied some ham, and I don't often eat ham, but I love a butcher's ham. This is from the West Country, and it is just lovely pieces of ham. Like, they're quite chunky pieces, but you can kind of cut as much or as little of it as you want. So this is really delicious, and I love having just a little bit of sourdough, a little bit of ham, some pickles on there. And I picked up some, because usually there's a fish van, but I think they've gone on holiday. So I ended up picking a rainbow trout fillet, and this is going to be really nice. I like searing it and leaving it pink in the middle. Controversial, I know. And also, we live near Test Valley, so it's like renowned for its trout. It would be criminal not to enjoy this fish once in a while. I appreciate it's an expensive fish, so it's definitely a treat in our house. Then I also found some New Forest venison liver. I absolutely love liver, and again, I have this pink, and venison liver is just, you'd expect it to be quite gamey, but it's actually not. It's quite nice, mild flavour, and I just cook this with some onions, and again have it with some new potatoes or some sourdough. And then these, oh my goodness, right, so I picked these pork chops up earlier in the week, and this was the last one. First of all, look at them. Also, they are £4.50 for this massive pack of pork chops. There's 2 of them, but they are big. These were so nice and so tender when I did them on the barbecue a couple of days ago, so I really wanted to pick some up for us to enjoy later in the week. Then I got some sirloin steak, so again, these ones are going to be barbecued. We just love in the summer. You okay? You okay? Good girl. She quite cleverly distracted me by trying to tell me that she didn't have any water, and the moment that I left to go and check, which by the way she does, she has plenty of water, her little nose was straight into the meat. And then I also saw this bargain, so this is like, there's a lot of meat in there, but this is pork belly, and I'm going to marinate this, and then it's going to go on the barbecue low and slow, because I'm going to make pulled pork burgers, and this is going to be wonderful for it. And I think also a little bit of the fat around here, I'm going to save this because I've got a lot of pheasant to be used up in the freezer, so I'm going to mix a little bit of the pork fat with the pheasant meat, and I'm going to make some burgers and some sausages. This whole piece, I mean, you can't even, it's massive, there's loads of it. This whole piece was £10, so if you're cooking for a barbecue party or you're doing something for lots of people, this is excellent. I didn't pick up too many seasonal vegetables at the moment because our garden is actually being incredibly productive in some veggies, so I've got a lot to use up here in the kitchen already. But there were some really good deals. This mango, how massive, how big is this mango? This was £1, and this is gonna make it worth it. You know, sometimes when you get the small mangoes, and I mean, I know they taste so good, especially the little ones you get, and they're super like yellow and so juicy. Oh, you cannot beat the taste, but there's not a lot of flesh in them. This is gonna be worth it. And then because they were also clearing the avocados, they were doing 4 avocados for £1. So I picked some up because they're always quite nice to have, and these ones are ripen at home avocado, so I've got them for the next couple of weeks. The thing I got from the market today is a really lovely Italian burrata. So this I love having with tomatoes at the moment. Tomatoes are in season, they're so fragrant, so delicious, and you have your tomatoes, you have your burrata, and just a little bit of extra virgin olive oil and some basil on top, and it's just the best snack or lunch.
Every pound spent at your local market supports small businesses, farmers and growers, the people who keep real food thriving. Visit your local market this week and see what goodies you bring back home.